Madhura madam?
Yes, madam.
Yes, shall we start?
Yes, I'm just waiting for Prasade, sir.
Okay.
He's there, but
Madam, we can start.
we
We'll
can
start
start.
exactly at 11 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah. Let us start, madam.
Good morning. Welcome everyone to this guest lecture by CA Chhaira, Chairman, Board of Studies, ICAI. Let us join hands for Saraswati Vandana.
कुन्देन्दु तुषारहार धवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रामृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युत शङ्कर प्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा।
Good morning. It is my true pleasure to welcome our chief guest speaker for today, CA Chhaira, Chairman Board of Studies, ICAI. I welcome Dr. Vijay Bedekar, Chairman Vidya Prasarak Mandal, our backbone and strength pillar of the institute. I also welcome Dr. Suchitra Naik, Principal, Joshi Bedekar College, who has been a constant support and source of inspiration. I welcome all our vice principals, Dr. Priyamvada Tokekar, Dr. Mahesh Patil, and Professor Subhash Shinde, sir. I welcome CA Rajni Sharma, Chairman of Thane Branch Vikasa, all the teachers and faculties, all the members of Department of Accountancy, and all my dear students. Behind every good business, there is great accounting. And life is like accounting. Everything must balance. Taking this thought further, Department of Accountancy has always made it a point to take our students through different angles and tangents, not only of accountancy, but overall development and practical know-how. On this thought, I request CA Rajni Sharma, Chairman Thane Branch Vikasa, to speak few words on this occasion.
Thank you very much, Madhura madam. Good morning to all of you. I am CA Rajneesh Sharma representing Thane Vikasa. Vikasa stands for Western India Students Association and CA Students Association. On behalf of our Thane Vikasa, I express my gratitude to Dr. Vijay Bedekar sir, Chairman Vidya Prasarak Mandal, Dr. Suchitra Naik madam, Principal, and CA Yogesh Prasade sir, who is also a Managing Committee member of Thane CA Institute, for associating with Thane Vikasa for such a wonderful lecture on Innovate or Evaporate. And I should say that indeed this lecture itself is an innovative one, and by the way of the benefits which the students would reap from this lecture. Such events are very useful to students in the era of rapidly changing life amidst continuously evolving technology. And it is our pleasure to listen from Chhaira sir, who is the chairman of Board of Studies, Chartered Accountants of India, and he himself is highly knowledgeable in this IT field. Thank you very much for inviting me and associating with Thane Vikasa again. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. I request our beloved Professor C.A. Yogesh Prasade, HOD, Department of Accountancy, for his words of welcome and inspiration.
Thank you, Madhura. First of all, dignitaries on the dais, virtual dais, CA Chhaira ji, my most beloved CCM from ICAI, and my role model. I will be very frank that I follow you, sir, a lot. So, CA Chhaira ji, then Dr. Bedekar, chairman of our college, who has always been a source of inspiration for allowing us to conduct these various programs. And in his absentia, he just called me and he said, due to some urgent commitment, he was not able to join, but he has always given the blessings to the entire event. So thank you, Dr. Bedekar, sir. Principal Suchitra Naik in her absentia, vice principals of our college, Tokekar madam, Subhash Shinde sir, and Mahesh Patil sir. All the coordinators who have joined over here, my beloved friend Narayan Barse, who has always supported me in all my endeavors, and all my departmental colleagues. It's a great moment for all of us. CA Chhaira is an intellectual in himself. He is a university in himself. I cannot use a better word than that. The latest available qualifications as far as CA Chhaira sir was concerned, it was 29 degrees. And I think, sir, you must have added more to that tally. I think it must be now crossing 40, 45 degrees. So we are really privileged to have you, sir. Sir, I was narrating your entire journey to our students when I told them about this particular lecture. A voracious speaker in himself. We are really very fortunate to have you over here, sir. And students, this very concept of innovate or evaporate has been very lucidly explained by Jay sir on many occasions. And we are really very fortunate to have him on our college platform. By the students, he is also our Board of Studies member of accountancies. We are very fortunate to have you, sir, over here. And Rajneesh sir, you are always dear to my heart. You have always been eager to contribute in all the areas, and particularly the areas pertaining to the students. So I welcome you also in this particular scenario. And I would not prolong my speech because we are all here to hear Jai sir. Thank you, ma'am. Over to you, Madhura madam.
Thank you, sir. Your words are always motivating and welcoming. I request Dr. Vijay Bedekar, Chairman Vidya Prasarak Mandal, to give us his blessings and good wishes.
Madam, in his absentia, you can play his blessings.
A video. Yes, okay. Sure. Yes. Over to Dipti madam.
Vidya Prasarak Mandal is committed to quality education, and this education can be achieved through various facets of educational activity. I am extremely happy that Joshi College of Arts and Commerce is organizing this seminar on innovation, either innovate or perish. That's a good title, and I'm sure this will inspire students to become more original, more creative, and that itself will be a contribution in nation building. I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir, for all the wishes. Our beloved principal, Dr. Suchitra Naik ma'am, I recognize her presence. She could not attend this session because of some other important commitments. But thank you, ma'am. You have always been a source of support and cooperation for all of us. We have with us Professor Subhash Shinde sir. Shinde sir, would you like to speak on this occasion? Shinde sir.
Madam?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Good morning, sir.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. In the beginning, I would like to apologize for joining late by 2 minutes. I was busy in engaging lecture. So I apologize the dignitaries and particularly the accountancy department and my beloved friend CA Yogesh Prasad sir, who always takes the lead in organizing quality programs on behalf of the accountancy department. Recently, even he took the lead in opening the accountancy museum, a very unique idea in our college. So on this note, on behalf of Madam Principal, Dr. Mrs. Suchitra Naik, I would like to give best wishes to this program. And I agree with our beloved Chairman, Dr. Vijay Bedekar, sir, the Chairman of Vidya Prasarak Mandal Thane, which is our managing body. The title of the topic, the title of the lecture, okay, or today's topic, Innovate or Evaporate, is very fantastic. Okay, so we are living in the 21st century. Rather, we are about to complete the first quarter, that is 25 years of 21st century. And until and unless we innovate new things in all our respected areas, it might be academics, or it might be accountancy, it might be science, or any other area, we will definitely perish. And that is why the topic chosen for today's talk is very nice. And for that, I congratulate the accountancy department. Not only so, I'm very much impressed with the biodata of CA Chhaira, who is also BOS chairman of ICI. Prasade sir, I read that he's having 29 degrees, and just now you said that he might have crossed the number of 40, 45. So my age is 47 running. So I think that he might be having 47 degrees at present. So Jai Chhaira sir, really you are very inspiring person, and such type of personalities should be invited in order to inspire today's students, and especially during the time of pandemic and when the lockdown is going on, so that students can learn lots of things from such type of intellectuals. Prasad sir, I also agree with your two statements that he is an intellectual in himself, as well as he is an university in himself. Yes, sir, I welcome you again on behalf of our college, on behalf of our principal, and as well as on behalf of Vidya Prasarak Mandal Thane, especially Dr. Vijay Bedekar, sir. So I am very much confident that today's lecture will definitely inspire our students, and also it will motivate the students. Okay, scholars say that you cannot motivate the people, you can just inspire the people. But I am very much confident that you will not only inspire, but you will definitely motivate our students for doing good things in their academics, as well as studying very hard to learn new things, and as well as most importantly to become the good citizens of our country, which is ultimate goal of our higher education and also our college. And I would like to inform Jai Chhaira sir and all the dignitaries associated with the Chartered Account ICI, and particularly Western Region Office, CA Rashmi Sharma ji, CA Ranjit Sharma ji, and all, that recently we have become even autonomous college. So we are having now autonomy to design our courses, to make changes in our syllabi or curriculum, and definitely we require your help in this endeavor in future. So I am very much sure that you will be associated with our accountancy department and college like this only, because just now Yogesh Prasad sir said that Jai Chhaira sir is his inspiration, okay, and he's having very close association with the Western Region and Thane, particularly Thane chapter of the CA Institute, and also he's having good contacts with the central level associates also related to the ICI. So we are looking forward to your cooperation and help to our accountancy department and also college. We are going to start many such new academic endeavors under the guidance of Madam Principal and Dr. Vijay Bedekar sir, the Chairman of Vidya Prasarak Mandal Thane. So again, sir, I welcome all of you, and especially I welcome today's speaker, CA Jai Chhaira sir, and I make an appeal to the students that please try to get maximum from this particular lecture, and be the good students, okay, and also be the good citizens of the country. So on this note, I would like to stop here. And again, I congratulate the accountancy department, all people associated with accountancy department, CA Atul Raut sir, Madhura Joshi madam, Vadvinde sir, and how I could forget CA Yogesh Prasad sir, head of the Department of Accountancy. So I think I have taken lots of time. So I don't want to be between our chief guest and our listeners, that is the students. So with the permission of Prasad sir, I would like to stop here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. I request all the guests and all the joinees to switch on their camera so that we can have a formal photo for today's event. Screenshot for today's event. Rajnish sir, can you switch on your video?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, switch on, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
As said by Heraclitus, change is the only constant. Being innovative is the key to survival in this ever-changing competitive world. And tomorrow belongs to those who innovate today. Taking this thought further, today we have with us C.A. Chhaira, Chairman Board of Studies, ICAI. As Sir has right now said, Chhaira sir has 29 academic degrees and many more maybe in pipeline to his credit. He has been associated with ICAI since 1995 and he has been the Vice Chairman of WRC in the year 2012. He has been the member of Central Council for consecutive 3 years. He has been awarded by the Governor of Gujarat as the Legend of Surat, by Health Minister of Gujarat as the Star of Surat, by Member of the Parliament as Jewel in the Crown, by Mayor of Surat as Surat Na Sitara, as youth icon by the leading newspaper Dainik Bhaskar. He has also been awarded by the President of India for getting first in India in the field of research, and also has been awarded by Chief Minister of Gujarat for Science and Research. He is currently the Chairman Board of Studies, Vice Chairman of Committee of Capital Markets, and 28 other committees of ICAI where he's the member. He's also a very good artist and actor in Gujarati stage drama. So we have a very versatile personality with so much of laurels and accolades. We welcome you, sir. This virtual stage is now all yours and we are really keen and excited to listen from you. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. A very good morning to all of you. CA Yogesh Prasadeji, my very good friend, who is the reason for me to be with all of you. CA Madhura Joshi ji, Subhash Shinde ji, Rajnish Sharma ji, and all the management and academic members of the college and my dear student friends. Once again, a very good morning. And first of all, let me thank the college for providing me this wonderful opportunity to maybe, of course, virtual interaction, I can say so. Had it been a physical, it would have been a much more interesting, and I'm sure in maybe if not this year, next year, we might be in a position to have some physical program, provided the students are interested after listening to this particular program. Thanks for providing me this opportunity. And I must first compliment the college. I have hardly seen colleges having such type of programs for the benefits of the students. There are many colleges which are very much into the same type of academics, but along with that, blending the professional courses, blending such type of programs and giving them a new perspective. I think only a few colleges can think about it. Yours is one of the premium body, and I must appreciate that you are having number of such programs for the benefits of the students. I've been in touch with Yogesh Prasadeji, and he keeps on telling me and interact with me on the various initiatives, how something better can be done for the students. Always, thinking about this particular direction. I must compliment Thane Vikasa, Rajnish ji, my another good friend. I had some good interaction with him this year particularly. Of course, I have been in touch with Thane for more than a decade. I have visited number of times Thane Vikasa programs. The way Thane programs are organized, I must appreciate. And I sincerely appreciate the way this program has been organized. And now let me come to the topic. I would request at least a few people to keep the videos on so that I come to know that the things are going on very smoothly. Otherwise, it's very difficult. It is as good as like, you are talking to your iPad. That becomes a little difficult thing. Well, I believe that the students must be given the link. So I cannot probably see the faces of the students. That is what I believe. Well, student friends, I'll tell you what is the current scenario of the business. Let us first of all understand. It is as good as the game of snakes and ladders, right? The current business scenario is a game of snakes and ladders. Does it mean it is only the current time that it is snakes and ladders? The answer is no. It is age old, right? Even 50 years back and 100 years back, businesses were like the game of snakes and ladders. The only difference is that today, the number of snakes, the number of ladders, and the size and length of snakes and ladders have increased. So what Tatas would require, say 150 years to produce an empire, maybe Zomato does that within 2 years. That is the changed business canvas. Look at the ladder. Look at the ladders. Rising the ladder so fast. And there are a number of corporates, I'm sure you know, where because of the snakes, they have come down very fast. And friends, interestingly, if you analyze the Fortune 500 companies in the last maybe say 2 decades, then you'll come to know that almost 70% of the companies which were there in Fortune 500 list, today they are no more in the list. What does it show? What does it show? Simple, innovate or evaporate. Either you have to evaporate, innovate in terms of your product, process, markets, branding, whatever the case may be, or else you are out of the business. So that is the current scenario. Now let us take a few instances. When I say innovate, some students might think about it, that why are you talking about inventions to us? Why is it so that we are talking about inventions? No, I'm not going to talk about maybe James Bernoulli or maybe George Stephenson or Albert Einstein. I'm going to talk to the commerce students. I do understand that this has been a program conducted by the accountancy department, particularly I think targeting the commerce as well as art students. So I'm going to be into that domain only. Well, let us take some examples of innovation. Some example, very simple examples. Very simple examples. I'm not going to use jargon language, right? So first and foremost example, if you look at it, I'm not sure whether the students must have seen or not, but the seniors here, Madhuraji, you will agree with me. Yogeshji, you will agree with me. Some few years back, there was something called iPod. Before that, we were using Walkman, age-old Walkman. Then we came to iPhone, iPad, iPod. Now in iPod, one very interesting innovation, if you look at it, Steve Jobs was a part of Apple. And then somehow he was out of job. And the sales of iPod was going down drastically. Earlier, it was the company to enter in the market with this new concept. And over a period of time, the market was going down. What did Steve Jobs do when he was called back? So now this is a very interesting case of innovation. What did he do? Most of the iPods, they had side buttons for increase in volume or decrease in volume. Today also in most of the mobiles, that is the case. Right, Rajnish ji, what happens? Press the button to increase the volume or the lower button for decrease. So this was the monotony with most of the devices. What Steve Jobs did, he just came up with the concept of iPod with round, right? Just you want to increase the volume, make a round, decrease anti-clockwise. Similarly, you want to change the song. So interestingly, it was only just a change of, I can say, designing. Now, how many people will believe that this is innovation? Yes, this is a classic example of innovation. After this, the sales of iPod shoot up like anything. Can we even imagine? Generally, if you go to a commerce student, right, to a management student or even a chartered accountant and you ask, sales has to be increased, what to do? Then he would say, either reduce the price or he will say increase the advertisement expenditure. Who will think that by changing the button or volume, sale will go like this, right? This is a classic example of innovation, a beautiful one. I'll give another example. That is also once again very simple. Here also, seniors will agree with me. Madhura ji, you will agree with me. While we used to go in the theaters, multiplexes, those days multiplexes, theaters, popcorns were available with plastic wrappers for 50 paisa or 1 rupee. Right? Those days we have seen, and I'm not talking about a grandfather's day. We are talking about our days. We are talking about our days, right? Now what happened? The old theaters were taken over by multiplexes. Now this is also innovation. This is also actually innovation. Yogesh ji, you will agree with me. By bringing multiplexes into 80IA, 80IB, right, and giving the tax benefits, that was also innovation, right? How the chori chupke can't happen. How the nexus of Indian producers, Bollywood producers with the underworld was established. What were the reasons for that? The then finance minister looked into it and introduced the concept of 80IB that can be a separate topic altogether. How the multiplexes came into India. Now with these multiplexes, the same popcorn, which was for 1 rupee, today we are having for 200 or 300 rupees or maybe 500 rupees. What happened? The packaging changed. Instead of the plastic wrappers, now you had paper package. And in some of the advanced multiplexes of Mumbai, you have a bucket concept, bucket. And then you can sell it for 800 rupees. So can we just imagine even packaging is an innovation? Student friends, I'm going to talk very simple with you. I'm not going to quote very great examples. Very simple. Because I want you to realize while you are walking on the street, knowledge is not restricted to books, right? While you are walking on the street, if you have the observation power, you will see innovation everywhere. You will see motivation. You will find motivation, inspiration everywhere. You will find new things happening in business everywhere. Observation is required. And I am trying to give examples like that so that you can observe, see, this is what is happening. Or take another example. Rajnish ji, in flights a few years back, we had the concept of the paper boat drink. Paper boat. And it was a super success. What did they do? The same type of drinks, packaged in a different way. It went up to 150 rupees or 200 rupees per packet. Only the packaging was changed. The way the emotions of the customers, you are impacting that. This is the form of innovation, interestingly, right? And what is the other change in the business canvas today? Earlier, big fish were eating small fish. So small fish were afraid that some big fish will catch you. Today, the converse is also true. Small fish can eat the big fish. Small fish. Now what is happening? Baiju, nobody must have heard about it a few years back. Even Mr. Baiju must not have thought about it, right? Comes up, becomes big soon, and takes over Akash. Is it not an example that today you might be a giant? Another company which is smaller will come up and will take you over. These things are possible because of the startups scenario. Interestingly, in business today, modularity is there. Earlier, you had to bring Lakshmi also and you had to bring Saraswati also. If you had to do business, idea was your, money was your, right? Execution was yours. Probably your family members were involved. So many things. Today, everything is modular. Idea is owned by somebody else, right? Money is, invested by some venture capitalist, angel investor, or whatever the case may be. Modularity is there, right? So a very wonderful example of innovation is Baiju, right? How fast they came up. Or Zomato. Who thought about Zomato a few years back? And maybe, particularly for Mumbai and Thane, Zomato in a short run might be a bliss. In a long run, it's going to prove curse for Indians. But this is going to be one of the reasons for laziness and obesity, whatever the case. Maybe. Now, another simple example of innovation is Zoom, the platform that we are using. Otherwise, if I had to meet Yogesh ji or Rajnish ji, I had to come to Thane, or they had to come to Surat or Delhi, right? Just imagine very simple examples of innovation. Everywhere we have innovations. And the interesting thing is, Rajnish ji, earlier we used to think that Lufthansa is competing with British Airways, and British Airways is competing with Swiss Airlines, and Swiss Airlines is competing with Cathay Pacific. No, all these are being, their competitor all today is Zoom. Earlier, 50% or 60% of your traveling was business traveling for meetings, and you had to take these airlines. Today, because of Zoom, you might not take the airlines at all. Interestingly, right? I remember earlier in council, if I used to go to Delhi 10 times, today, now I'm going 3 times, 7 times it is on Zoom. So maybe in terms of business, 70% of the market of airlines has gone out. Of course, because of other reasons, airlines will continue. It's not going to stop. But the point is, today, if you take the valuation of 5 airlines company with more than 1,000 aircrafts, right, with more than 50 years of presence, and compare it with Zoom, the valuation of Zoom is higher. Oh, wonderful, interesting. 1,000 aircrafts on one side and an idea on another side. Now that advertisement is, coming to my mind, an idea can change your life, right? 1,000 aircrafts. Now, particularly if we talk about the accountancy student, all these 1,000 aircrafts were shown as an asset, right, on your asset side. And maybe this idea does not even appear. How you are going to do the intangible accounting, how you are going to do the valuation, and whether you are going to create revaluation reserve or whether it's actual, valuation, and can you declare bonus out of it or not? Maybe these are some of the questions which accountancy students can deal with. But the point is that innovation. The point is innovation. Just look at it, right? Some few examples on innovation, some few more. Very simple example I'll give once again. The seniors will agree with me. Seniors will agree with me. Yogesh ji, 2 decades back or 3 decades back, dairy milk was a product which used to come to your house or my house only once a year. Only once a year. It used to be a joint family. One chocolate will be shared by entire family, right? Once a year. That was the scenario, right? And it was something like, if you are consuming a Cadbury's product, to aap bigde hue bacche. That was a concept once upon a time. Now, this Cadbury's company was not getting the market. Sales was not increasing. There was stagnancy. So 2 decades back, they had some serious meeting. They called some innovators, some people with innovative mindset, because they had put in all the efforts for advertisement and this and that and change in price, everything. And finally, a team of innovators sat together and they started and discussed the problem statement. The problem statement is that today it is assumed in the nation, of course, 2 decades back, that if you are consuming a Cadbury's product, it should be only once a year, and aap bigde hue hone chahiye. Rahi is baap ke bigde hue bacche. So now they started thinking on, if we really want to change the perception, an innovative idea is required. And what was that? What was that? They started discussing. We will have to attack the psychology of Indians. Psychology. When does an Indian spend? An Indian family spend? Now, those days, students did not have pocket monies. I am sure you and I were students without pocket monies. Maybe the current students might be having some benefits, right? They might have some benefits in the canteens of your college or like that. My father never gave me any pocket money. So at least a student could not go and purchase Cadbury's those days. So it was a family product. It was a family product. So how to affect a family? So they came up with the concept. When does an Indian family spend? On festivals? Raksha Bandhan, Diwali, and such other festivals. So what they did? They came up with the same concept with the new packet, celebrations. Right? You put 5 chocolates together. Suppose each is costing 20 rupees. You put 5 together, put it in a packet of celebrations. Right? So total will be 100. But would you price 100 or less? And you will be shocked to know that they were pricing more than 100. Logically, an accountancy student or a commerce student may think that if one is for 20 rupees and I am purchasing 5, I should get at a less price. No. Now that is innovation. That is the psychology. What the marketers understand. Put 5 together and charge more. Who is going to calculate? Who is going to calculate? Now, a person like me who is very much, I can say, I'm very much into romance with numbers. So I would do that. How many people will do that? So they came up with celebrations. And what was the result? The result was that sales increased by 300%. Can we imagine what is 300%? If by 300% sales will increase, accountancy students can understand what will be the leverage effect of that. Your net profit is not going to increase by 3 times. It will increase by 15 times. Right? That is the interesting thing. Can you imagine your profit increasing by 15 times over a period of time just because of one innovative idea, celebrations? Now, after that, when their sales increase sizably, once again they set together. We want to still increase our sales. How do we do that? Today, what is happening? On the occasions, people are purchasing. Diwali and Holi and all. But we want them to purchase every month. How does it happen? Maybe the top class are purchasing. What about the middle class? So once again, they started thinking about it. Look at the innovation. When does the middle class spend? They are mostly salaried. And they spend in the initial period of the month. Right? So they came up with a new propaganda. New promotion scheme. Kuch meeta ho jaye, aaj pehli tarikh. Now, how many people will realize this power of it? Kuch meeta ho jaye, aaj pehli tarikh. Now, Rajnish, a beautiful thing, what will happen? Make middle class aadmi, right? I'm a middle class person. And my son comes to me, I'm just giving an example, comes to me, father, school ki fees bharni hai. Beta, sorry, thoda time lagega, 10 दिन लगेंगे, कहीं से arrange करता हूँ. मैं middle class हूँ, ठीक है? Then my son comes, पापा, जूते चाहिए. बेटा इस बार नहीं होगा, अगले महीने दूंगा, अगले महीने, next month. Then once again he will come, पापा, हम घूमने कब जाएंगे? बेटा अगले साल पक्का जाएंगे. पापा आप कौन साल से ले नहीं गए हो? बेटा जाएंगे जाएंगे, अगले साल पक्के जाएंगे. देख थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम है, अगले साल जाएंगे. तो फादर इज रिफ्यूजिंग बिकॉज ऑफ हिज इकोनॉमिक कंडीशन सन. अब क्या होता है? वो बच्चा देख रहा है एडवर्टाइजमेंट, कुछ मीठा हो जाए, आज पहली तारीख है. एंड ही इज टेलिंग फादर, पापा एक डेयरी मिल्क. अब क्या होगा? बाप ने 5 बार ना बोला है. अब वो सोचता है भाई टूर पे नहीं ले जा सकता, नाइकी के जूते नहीं दे सकता, 20 रुपए 10 रुपए की चॉकलेट तो दे सकता हूं, दे देगा. Look at the advertisement, the innovation, and the market size increased phenomenally. अच्छा, यहाँ पे उनकी गाड़ी नहीं रुकती. Then they said, now in the city, तो हमने लोगों को आदत डाल दी है. What next? गांव तक कैसे पहुंचे? So if you recollect, a decade back, they had this promotion like Miss Palanpuri. गाय को मिस ब्यूटी बनाया, गाय को, काउ, राइट? कि गांव में एंटर करेंगे हम इसको. आप कंटिन्यूसली देखिए, मतलब एक प्रमोशन भी कितना इनोवेटिव था. कई बार हम ये रियलाइज नहीं कर पाते कि कितना साइंटिफिक भी था, कितना आर्टिस्टिक भी था और कितना इनोवेटिव भी था. हाउ दे कैप्चर्ड द मार्केट, दे चेंज्ड अवर माइंडसेट. इसका मतलब मिठाइयों की दुकान का एक मिठाई की दुकान वाला सोच रहा था मेरी कंपटीशन उसके साथ है. भाई तेरी कंपटीशन तो कैडबरीज के साथ थी, तेरा 80% मार्केट तो वो ले गए जो तूने रियलाइज नहीं किया. सो इनोवेट और इवेपोरेट. तो इसलिए फिर मिठाई वालों ने क्या किया पता है? लास्ट 2 डिकेड्स में अब चॉकलेट बेस्ड मिठाई चालू. अब अगर आपको टिकना है ना तो चॉकलेट बेस्ड मिठाई, और कुछ ऐसा करना पड़ेगा अलग तरह से, क्योंकि कैडबरीज वाले स्टैंडर्डाइज प्रोडक्ट देंगे, आपको नॉन स्टैंडर्डाइज बनाना पड़ेगा, अलग अलग शेप में, राइट? थोड़ा सा अलग फ्लेवर के साथ. Then you will compete. Now this is once again innovation, right? So either innovate or evaporate. Evaporate के अगर कुछ examples देखना चाहे, once again seniors इस चीज को agree करेंगे. Those who are very fascinated about photography, right? Those who were, I am one of such persons, but today we have DSLR. Those days, if you are into photography, you could not imagine the world without Kodak, right? The entire world, the entire globe was covered by Kodak. Each and every nation, everywhere Kodak was there. Probably even on Mars and Jupiter, Kodak was there. Without Kodak, you could not even imagine about photography. What happened to Kodak? Evaporate. Evaporated. Why? Slowly and gradually, the DSLR revolution started. They did not realize, right? They were making cameras, films, right? High-fi lenses. Now the mobile, first generation mobile came up with some camera, and those cameras very low level, right? That was the point where Kodak should have understood that today we are introducing these camera phones with a very low level resolutions, but tomorrow these resolutions are going to increase, and slowly and gradually, out of convenience, people are going to use these mobile phones. Technically, mobile phone lenses are not good for selfies, technically. But then, slowly and gradually, people will be accustomed to that. They did not realize, and they evaporated. This is a fantastic example. You might be a giant, global giant, but if you do not innovate, you evaporate. Another simple example, I'm not sure about Pune, Thane, in Surat, 2 decades back or 3 decades back, while I was in college, every household had one common commodity, Bajaj scooter. Daily आपको टेढ़ा करना पड़ेगा, किक मारनी पड़ेगी, अच्छी खासी किक मारोगे तो स्टार्ट हो. So you did not have to go to any, I can say, आपको किसी जिम में जाने की जरूरत नहीं है, किक मारने से एक्सरसाइज हो जाती थी. So that was it, right? हर घर में बजाज स्कूटर था. हमारा बजाज कहाँ गए? गायब. Fortunately, the company did not restrict themselves to scooters, and they understood it. So the company did not evaporate, only product evaporate. If they had not realized it, if they had not sensed it, and they had not shifted to motorcycles, the company would have been evaporate. Fortunately, 3 days back, I was in Pune, and the chief guest sitting next to me was the vice president of Bajaj, and I was discussing this with him, that, you know, so I just recollected that example. You had captured the entire market of India, Bajaj, and all of them, sudden, that product evaporated. So this is another example. Or why don't we take an example, Madhura ji? Maybe when we started with our social media, probably the first thing was Orkut. Maybe. Where is the Orkut? Gayab, evaporated, right? Interestingly, Facebook also is slowly and gradually evaporating. Instagram, probably you and me can be on Facebook, Rajneesh ji, and the next generation is coming on Instagram. Now look at the beauty here. See what happens. We accountancy students, chartered accountant students, we many times think very literally, logically, and the world does not work that way. It's a very different, creative world. Now, even I had one question. When Facebook is such a success, why is this company purchasing the same type of product Instagram? So I asked my daughter. My daughter is also CA finalist. So some 2-3 years back, I asked my daughter, अच्छा एक बात बताइए, Instagram पे क्या होता है? बोले पापा Instagram पे फोटो लगती है, तो Facebook पे भी लगती है. बोले पोस्ट होते हैं, तो Facebook पे भी होता है. बोले उसमें वॉल होती है, उस पर आप कुछ लिख सकते, बोले तो Facebook में भी होता है. तो बोले फर्क क्या? बोले कोई फर्क नहीं, सिर्फ साइकोलॉजिकल फर्क है. तो मैं सोच में पड़ गया कि यार जब फर्क ही नहीं है, जब मेरे खुद के पास वो प्रोडक्ट है, मेरी खुद की रेस्टोरेंट है, तो सामने वाले कॉम्पिटिटर के रेस्टोरेंट को खाना क्यों ले रहा हूं, क्यों ये कर रहा हूं? So then I got the answer. Look at the innovation once again. I got to know that the founders of this Facebook, they could make out very clearly that there is something called a Levi's effect. अब ये Levi's effect क्या है? Interesting, मुझे भी नया जानने को मिला. That one generation is on Facebook, right? Once there are some 15-20 years for one social media, then the next generation will come in. Now imagine a father and son both on Facebook. Both will feel insecure. लड़के को पता चल रहा है फादर क्या लिख रहा है फेसबुक पे, और फादर को पता चल रहा है बच्चा क्या कर रहा है फेसबुक. दोनों को इनसिक्योरिटी. सो बेटर भाई आप वहां पे रहो फेसबुक पे, मैं रहता हूँ इंस्टाग्राम. आप भी सेफ, मैं भी सेफ. So, only on a lighter note, because students are there, तो लाइटर नोट पे थोड़ा शेयर करें. तो पता चला कि योगेश प्रसादी जी ने या मधुरा जोशी जी ने बच्चों को पढ़ाते पढ़ाते बोल दिया क्लासरूम में कि बच्चों आज से लेके हर लड़की में अपनी माँ को देखो, हर लड़की में अपनी माँ को देखो, इससे तुम्हारा कैरेक्टर साफ रहे. बोले सर क्या बात करते हो मैडम, क्या बात करते हो, हमारा तो साफ रहेगा, हमारे फादर का क्या होगा? So anyway, this Levi's effect, this was an innovation. मतलब फेसबुक वालों ने वो गलती नहीं की जो ऑर्कुट ने की. They purchased Instagram, and believe me, Once some 15 years are there for Instagram, 15, 20, they will come to some another thing. वापिस नई generation आएगी. So interesting world, right? Where we see innovations everywhere, everywhere. Look at the Bollywood today. Are they not innovative? अचानक एक फिल्म आती है पिंक. अरे नाम ही कितना इनोवेटिव है, पिंक. Why? Because this is a movie where you are focusing feminism. फेमिनिज्म के साथ कौन सा कलर? बोले पिंक. आपने नाम ही क्या रखा? पिंक. वॉज इट नॉट इनोवेटिव? और उसके डायलॉग्स, ना केवल एक शब्द नहीं है, वॉज इट नॉट इनोवेटिव? अचानक आप एक एंग्री यंग मैन को एक अलग अवतार में दिखाते, वॉज इट नॉट इनोवेटिव? अच्छा योगेश जी, अब ये एग्जांपल देखिए इनोवेशन का. दिस इज सी, आपको और मुझे एज अ प्रोफेसर शायद उतना फील नहीं आए, लेकिन दुनिया अलग है. दुनिया अलग है, हमें दुनिया की नजर से देखना होगा. नाउ व्हाट हैपेंस, Bollywood must be having thousands and thousands of films and thousands of dance sequences. कितने सारे डांस आए और चले गए, राइट? अब 5 साल के बाद कोई बोले आपको कि यार ये डांस नंबर है, उस पर डांस करिए, तो आपको और मुझे सबको परेशानी हो सकती है. शायद बच्चों को कम हो, स्टूडेंट को, आपको और मुझे तो हो सकती है. लेकिन अब अचानक एक फिल्म आती है और उसमें गाना आता है, चिंता था चीता चीता. अब आप देखिए, सिंपल सा डांस है, बट वो इनोवेशन. आपकी कॉलेज का हर बच्चा, चाहे अकाउंट्स में एसेट और लायबिलिटी जानता हो कि नहीं जानता हो, पर चिंता रा चीता बजेगा तो उसके हाथ यूं घूमना शुरू हो जाएगा डांस हॉल में. ये पक्का है. वॉज इट नॉट इनोवेशन? इट वॉज अ वेरी बिग इनोवेशन. हम उसको रियलाइज नहीं कर पाते, लेकिन आज से 15 साल के बाद भी वो गाना बजेगा ना, वो बच्चा तुरंत यूं का यूं स्टार्ट हो जाएगा. क्या रिकॉल वैल्यू रखी है उस फिल्म वाले ने? व्हाट वाज द रिकॉल वैल्यू? इनोवेशन, राइट? इनोवेशन तो डायलॉग में. सर रिकॉल वैल्यू सोचे ना, 1984 की फिल्म. आज भी रजनीश जी, आपको मुझे सबको डायलॉग याद है 84 के. मोगेम्बो खुश हुआ, आज भी याद है. 75 का डायलॉग याद है, शायद किसी के बर्थ ईयर से भी ऊपर का होगा, लेकिन कितने आदमी थे. वॉज इट नॉट इनोवेटिव? सो इनोवेशन तो हर जगह पे दिख रहा है. सॉन्ग्स में दिख रहा है, डांस सीक्वेंस में दिख रहा है, डायलॉग्स में दिख रहा है, राइट? बेबीज डे आउट, वॉज इट नॉट इनोवेटिव? अचानक किसी को ख्याल आया, क्या मेरा तो किरदार, माय प्रोटोगोनिस्ट इज गोइंग टू बी अ स्मॉल किड. इंटरेस्टिंग. एक और एग्जांपल देखते हैं इनोवेशन का, एकदम सिंपल एग्जांपल. रजनीश जी, दीप्ति जी, एक सिंपल सा एग्जांपल देखता हूं इनोवेशन. आई एम नॉट श्योर आप क्रिकेट फैन है कि नहीं है. मेल्स तो नॉर्मली इंडिया में क्रिकेट ही देख सकते हैं. तो रजनीश जी, हम में से कितने लोगों ने कभी, योगेश जी, वो क्या बोलते हैं अपना, मुझे तो वो नाम भी याद नहीं आ रहा, रणजी ट्रॉफी देखी हो? शायद ही किसी ने देखी हो रणजी ट्रॉफी. अपने शहर में होता था, स्टेडियम खाली जाता था. अब वही रणजी ट्रॉफी, उसको अलग कपड़े पहना दिए गए हैं, नाम बदल दिया है वही ओल्ड वाइन इन न्यू बॉटल. क्या बन गया वो? आईपीएल. सुपर हिट. इज इट नॉट अ क्लासिक एग्जांपल ऑफ इनोवेशन? साहब रणजी ट्रॉफी है, पहले भी वही होता था, बॉम्बे टीम वर्सेस बड़ौदा टीम, राइट? हैदराबाद वर्सेस दिल्ली, तब कोई नहीं देखता था. अब आपने दिल्ली की जगह पे दिल्ली डेयर डेविल्स, राइट? नाम बदल दिया. अब आपने थोड़े कपड़े बदल दिए, और शुरुआत में वो चीयर लीडर भी उठा के लाया था. जस्ट लुक एट इट, सेम थिंग. रणजी ट्रॉफी पुट इन अ डिफरेंट वे. आईपीएल सुपर हिट. इज इट नॉट वंस अगेन इनोवेशन? सर मैं यहां पे सिर्फ ये कहना चाहता हूं, एक एक स्टूडेंट से मैंने ये सीखा था. यूएस, आई डिड माई इंटरनेशनल बिजनेस फ्रॉम यूसीएलए. वहां के जो प्रोफेसर थे, उनका नाम बताऊंगा तो आप अपने साथ मैच कर पाएंगे. उदय करमारकर, सरनेम से आप समझ सकते हैं, आपके एरिया वाले. ही वॉज द हेड देयर. सो ऑन द वेरी फर्स्ट डे आस्क्ड मी, यू आर फ्रॉम व्हिच पार्ट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड? आई सेड सर इंडिया. व्हिच स्टेट? बोले गुजरात. ओह, व्हिच सिटी? बोले सूरत. फाइन. ओ, यू आर फ्रॉम द डायमंड सिटी. अच्छा, एक चीज हमें सीखनी पड़ेगी, समझनी पड़ेगी सर, हमारे बच्चों में और उनके बच्चों में थोड़ा सा फर्क है. क्यों यूएस इतना आगे है? वहां पे बैठे बैठे उस आदमी को यह पता है कि सूरत में क्या हो, राइट? सूरत इज अ डायमंड सिटी और टेक्सटाइल सिटी. ही नोज दैट सिटिंग इन यूएस. हमारे यहाँ पे कितने लोगों को पता होगा कि मिलान में क्या हो रहा है, म्यूनिक में क्या हो रहा है, राइट? व्हाट इज द पिक्युलरिटी अबाउट दैट? या जोनिसबर्ग में क्या हो रहा है, या मेलबोर्न में क्या हो रहा है? आई थिंक यहाँ पे बात आती है विजन की. हमारे बच्चों को धीरे धीरे ग्लोबल विजन देना पड़ेगा. राइट? द एंटायर वर्ल्ड इज आवर प्लेटफॉर्म, आवर प्लेग्राउंड. ये देना पड़ेगा. टेक्निकली हमारे बच्चों में कोई कमी नहीं है, वी आर फार बेटर. पर ये जो विजन है ना, यूएस में बैठा बैठा आदमी पूरी दुनिया पे नजर रखता है, अब थाने में बैठा बैठा आदमी बाजू में मुलुंद पे नजर रखता है. सो थोड़ा सा हमें थोड़ा चेंज करना पड़ेगा. बाय द वे, आई हैड एन अपॉर्चुनिटी टू स्टडी एट मुलुंद ऑल्सो. वहां पे भी मैंने एग्जाम दी थी. सो very much I can relate with Thane and Mulund. Of course, I have visited number of times these places. तो मैं आपको बताऊं कि what Uday Karmar ji told me. First, you Indians are too intelligent. हाय रे हाय, ये सुन के अच्छा लगता है. दीप्ति जी अच्छा लगे कि नहीं लगे अगर तो बोले Indians are intelligent. फिर सेकंड स्टेटमेंट उन्होंने दिया, so you cannot earn. अरे ये क्या बात हो, ये तो कॉन्ट्राडिक्टरी स्टेटमेंट हो गया. एक तरफ आप कह रहे हैं यू इंडियंस आर टू इंटेलिजेंट, दूसरी तरफ बोलते हैं यू कैन नॉट अर्न. हाउ? चलो मैं इसको सरल भाषा में एक्सप्लेन करता हूं. स्टूडेंट फ्रेंड्स, योगेश जी, बात ऐसी है कि मैकडोनल्ड बनाता है सिर्फ बर्गर. उसका जो कुक होगा या जो भी होगा, उस बेचारे आदमी को कुछ बनाना नहीं आता बर्गर के सिवा. सबवे वाले को सैंडविच के सिवा कुछ नहीं आता. डोमिनोज को पिज्जा के सिवा कुछ नहीं आता. हमारे इंडियन रेस्टोरेंट को देख लो, उडुपी 400 चीज बनाता है, या कोई और देख लो 400 चीज बनाता है. पंजाबी भी बनाता है, साउथ इंडियन भी बनाता है, मराठी भी बनाता है, कॉन्टिनेंटल भी बनाता है, चाइनीज भी बनाता है, इटालियन भी बनाता है, मेडिटेरियन, सब कुछ बनाता है. नॉलेज किसके पास है? इंडियन रेस्टोरेंट के पास. रूल कौन कर रहा है? अनफॉर्चुनेटली मैकडोनल्ड. क्यों? इट इज नॉट नॉलेज ओनली which takes you to the success or heights. There are many other aspects. What is happening? Our students are very good in terms of knowledge compared to other. But जो एक बात होती है ना, विजन, इनोवेशन, वो यहाँ पे यूएस में बैठा बैठा आदमी देखता है, राइट? यूरोप में बैठा बैठा देखता है. शायद इंडियन अभी तक वो देख नहीं पा रहा. Of course, we have very high potential, and I'm sure in the years to come we are going to shoot up. But this is one of the aspects which I felt students should understand. छोटा सा एक और एग्जांपल लेते हैं, रॉयल एनफील्ड. वंस अगेन पुराने जमाने की बात कर रहा हूं. आई एम श्योर रजनीश जी, किसी जमाने में वो जो ही मैन जैसे लोग होते थे, मैचो मैन, वो बुलेट पे जाते थे. हम बच्चे थे, हम देखते थे और हम सोचते थे यार कभी हम भी लेंगे, कभी हम भी लेंगे. सो दैट वाज अ ड्रीम. अब बुलेट कौन खरीदे भाई, इतना हैवी, उसकी किक मारने में आधी जन्म निकल जाते थे. नाउ द सेम थिंग दे एनवाइज्ड, दे पुट अप इन अ डिफरेंट अवतार, एंड व्हेन देयर वाज अ री एंट्री, व्हाट हैपेंड टू रॉयल एनफील्ड? Super hit once again. Super hit. And sir, अगर रजनीश जी ने 2.5 लाख का बुलेट खरीदा होता और मैंने 2.5 लाख के शेयर खरीदे होते, राइट, और अगर ये आइचर ग्रुप का पोर्टफोलियो का हिस्सा नहीं होता, एक अलग कंपनी होती अलग, तो आज रजनीश जी के पास एक बुलेट होती और मैं अरबपति होता. इतना रैपिड ग्रोथ हुआ है. इफ यू लुक एट द CAGR with which for the first decade bullet shot up was something different, phenomenal. हर वो आदमी जिसने कभी फैंटासाइज किया था उसने बुलेट खरीदा. मैंने ही 2 खरीदे भाई, मेरी भी बचपन की फैंटेसी थी वो, तो मैंने भी 2 खरीदे, राइट? सो प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड, सी दिस वाज आल्सो फॉर्म ऑफ इनोवेशन, राइट? इनोवेशन तो हम इंडियंस के डीएनए में. दीप्ति जी, मैं एक सिंपल एग्जांपल देता हूं. देखो इंडियंस कैसे इनोवेटिव थे. आज से 5,000 साल और 25,000 साल पहले भी इंडियन इनोवेटिव थे. दीप्ति जी, अगर मैं आपके सामने कुछ राजा के मुगट रखूं, राइट, मगध का राजा है, उसका मुगट रख लिया, क्राउन आई पुट बिफोर यू, अलेक्जेंडर्स क्राउन, राइट, मे बी अकबर का क्राउन, मे बी राणा प्रताप का क्राउन, ऐसे 10 रूलर्स के क्राउन रख दूं नाम बताए बिना, कैन यू आइडेंटिफाई कौन सा क्राउन किसका है? मुश्किल है. अब मैं आपको एक ऐसे रूलर का क्राउन बता रहा हूं, राइट, जो देख के हर एक जन पहचान जाए. वो रूलर जो थे, वो जो राजा थे, उनका जो मुगट था, वो राजा अभी थोड़े दिन पहले उनका बर्थडे था, थोड़े दिन पहले ही उनके बर्थडे के दिन लोग मटकी वटकी फोड़ते हैं, चक्र वक्र चलाते थे, चक्कर भी चलाते थे, ऐसे राजा थे वो. सिर्फ उनका मोर पंख रख दे तो आप आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते हैं कौन सा रूलर है वो. इनोवेटिव थे कि नहीं थे? 5,000 साल के बाद भी सिर्फ वो मोर पंख के बाद आप आइडेंटिफाई कर देते हो कौन है ये. तो भाई साहब, इनोवेटिव तो हम 5,000 साल पहले भी थे. कितने राजा आए और गए, कितने के मुगट आए और गए, इनका मुगट आज भी ऐसा है 5000 साल के बाद आप आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते। व्हाट एन एग्जाम्पल। दूसरा सिंपल एग्जाम्पल देखे रजनीश जी, थाने से मुलुंद आप जा रहे हैं, राइट, भांडुप जा रहे हैं, रास्ते में एक पत्थर था उसके ऊपर ऑरेंज कलर लगा दिया, क्या हो गया? कलर के साथ आप आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते हैं कौन से कौन। अच्छा, हमने तो इंडिगो कंपनी ने तो एयरलाइंस का कलर अभी नक्की किया होगा, राइट। हमने तो कलर 5000 साल पहले बना दिया था कि ऑरेंज कलर देख के ही हम टाइम करते। वॉज इट नॉट इनोवेटिव? सर आपको बहुत लाइटर वर्ड में लगेगा, लेकिन मैं अनऑर्थोडॉक्स वे में जा रहा हूं, किसी बुक के एग्जाम्पल नहीं, जो लाइव एग्जाम्पल हमारी आंखों के सामने हो रहा है, हमारी आंखों के सामने हो रहा है। इज इट नॉट इनोवेटिव? अच्छा, इनोवेटिव स्ट्रेटेजी का एक एग्जाम्पल अभी मेरे दिमाग में और आया। दीप्ति जी आप अनम्यूट करके मुझे आंसर दे सकते हैं, हाँ मधुरा जी आप भी दे सकते हैं, या कोई भी फीमेल दे सकती है। आई एम नॉट श्योर रजनीश जी आप दे पाएंगे कि नहीं। फीमेल से पूछते हैं कि ये कौन सा ज्यादा अच्छा है, ये लॉरियल, गार्नियर या मैट्रिक्स? आपको क्या लगता है ज्यादा अच्छा कौन सा है? विच वन इज गुड? लॉरियल, गार्नियर या मैट्रिक्स? विच वन इज अ बेटर वन?
सर जिसकी हीरोइन अच्छी हो वही शैम्पू है। जिसकी हीरोइन जो प्रमोट कर रही है वो अच्छी हो तो वो शैम्पू अच्छा ही होगा।
So I tell you, most of the females give the answer L'Oreal. Most of the females, because I interact with so many people on so many things, and let me tell you, मेरी कॉलेज की फ्रेंड ने मुझे इतनी बार बोला था लॉरियल इतना अच्छा आता है, गार्नियर से इतना अच्छा आता है, एंड 5 times द प्राइस, 5 times। तो एक दिन मैं बैठा हुआ था बार्बर शॉप में, भाई फीमेल्स की ब्यूटी पार्लर होती है, हमारी बार्बर शॉप होती है, तो बैठा हुआ था, फ्री था। अब बीइंग अ चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट अपनी आदत ही होती है हर चीज का प्राइसिंग, कॉस्टिंग एनालाइज करने की, तो बैठा था और मैंने उठा लिए दोनों, पीछे घुमा के देखा प्राइस, एक का 100 रुपया लिखा था, एक का 500 लिखा था, फिर इंग्रेडिएंट्स पढ़े सब सेम थे, फिर कंपनी पढ़ी, कंपनी भी सेम थी, एंड देन इंटरेस्टिंगली इन मुंबई आई मेट द सीएफओ ऑफ दिस गार्नियर पर्सन, राइट, सीए था, अब मेरा अच्छा फ्रेंड निकला पुराना। मैं बोला यार तुम लोग ये तीनों तीन पैकेज बना के लोगों को बेवकूफ बनाते हो। बोले तीनों तीन हमारा ही प्रोडक्ट है, सेम मटेरियल है, पैकेज चेंज करके बेचते हैं। इज आईटीसी नॉट डूइंग दैट? इज एचयूएल नॉट डूइंग दैट? इज इट नॉट वंस अगेन अ वेरी इनोवेटिव सेट स्ट्रेटेजी? क्या जो फीमेल 500 रुपया दे सकती है उससे 100 रुपया क्यों ले, और 100 रुपये वाली को भी क्यों छोड़े? हैव 2 different पैकेज, 2 different ब्रांड्स, सेल इट। ऑटोमोबाइल वाले भी तो यही कर रहे हैं, राइट, सेम फैक्टरी, 2 different brands, one premium, one maybe economy. So let us understand these are some of the examples. Why are we using these examples? मैं कॉमर्स के स्टूडेंट से बात कर रहा हूँ, मैं अकाउंटेंसी के स्टूडेंट से बात कर रहा हूँ, जो कि फ्यूचर में या तो एंटरप्रेन्योर बनेंगे या तो कंसल्टेंट बनेंगे, और मैं चाहता हूँ वो ऐसे एम्प्लॉयज बने जो एंटरप्रेन्योर टाइप के एम्प्लॉयज बने, who help the companies to grow so that उनका भी ग्रोथ। सर आपके पास कोई भी डिग्री हो, अगर आप अपने क्लाइंट को ग्रो नहीं कराते, अपनी कंपनी को ग्रो नहीं कराते, तो आपकी सैलरी फिक्स रहेगी, आप ग्रो नहीं करेंगे। तो अगर आपको सच में ही करना, तो आपको दिमाग ऐसा खुला रखना पड़ेगा, हर जगह पे आपका दिमाग चलना चाहिए, क्या हो रहा है, राइट। सो दीज आर सम ऑफ द एग्जांपल्स ऑफ इनोवेशंस। बिजनेस की बात करें, मैं बहुत क्विकली बात करता हूं, विद इन सम 5 minutes आई विल वाइंड अप। हमें ये समझना होगा इनोवेशन इवेपोरेशन के प्रोसेस में फर्स्ट एंड फॉरमोस्ट थिंग, हु आर आवर कस्टमर्स। हमें कस्टमर्स को आइडेंटिफाई करना, राइट। सिंपल एक एग्जांपल देता हूं। जनरल मोटर्स की 2 ब्रांड थी, ओपेल एंड शेवरोलेट। अर्लियर दे वांटेड टू ब्रिंग शेवरोलेट एज अ इकोनॉमी मॉडल पेनिट्रेटिंग मार्केट and Opel as a high-end model. You will agree with me, some 2 decades back, Opel and CLO were the top-end cars. तब बाकी की cars थी नहीं इंडिया, right? Now this company messed up. धीरे-धीरे Opel का सस्ते मॉडल आने लगे और Chevy के महंगे मॉडल आने लगे. Finally what happened? Company got slain, right? आप समझे? आप समझ ही नहीं पाए कि आपके कस्टमर कौन। अच्छा, मैं आज स्पीकर हूं, मैं अगर समझ ही नहीं पाऊं कि सामने कौन है स्टूडेंट, और मैं बड़ी बड़ी फिलोसॉफी, बड़ी बड़ी थियरी बता दूं, क्या होगा? मैंने कोशिश की कि मैं एकदम सिंपल लैंग्वेज यूज करूं, एक सिंपल सा स्टूडेंट जो ग्रेजुएशन कर रहा है वो उस चीज को पकड़ सके। सो फर्स्ट इज नोइंग योर कस्टमर, राइट। यू शुड अंडरस्टैंड हु इज योर कस्टमर, व्हाट is value for him. For example, Madhura ji, आजकल आपने कॉलेज में फीमेल्स को देखा होगा येलो बाल वाले, राइट, हाईलाइट. अब लॉजिकली मुझे समझ में नहीं आता वो लॉजिकली, बट उनके लिए उस चीज से उसकी वैल्यू क्रिएट होती है. शायद आपके मेरे लिए वो वैल्यू क्रिएट नहीं होती येलो बाल, लेकिन उनके लिए क्रिएट होती है. तो पार्लर में जाके 5,000 खर्च करके आती है. सो व्हाट इज दैट विच इज वैल्यू फॉर अ कस्टमर, राइट? वी हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज योर प्रोडक्ट. एक्चुअली आप क्या बेच रहे? Bisleri, when it came up, it was not selling water, it was selling convenience. Water तो आप घर से भी ले जा सकते. It was selling you convenience. How do you make money? You will have to look at the various models. BNI कैसे बनाता है? Facebook, WhatsApp जो आपको फ्री में दे रहे हैं, right? When something is given free to you, right? When some product is offered free to you, then you are the product. You yourself are the product. तो हमें बिजनेस मॉडल समझना पड़ेगा. हाउ टू क्रिएट वैल्यू, हाउ टू क्रिएट वैल्यू. योगेश जी, आप ये एग्जांपल देखिए. आपकी कॉलेज में आप चेक करना स्टूडेंट्स को, आजकल वो फटी फुटी जीन्स पहन के आते हैं सब, राइट? सीधी वाली जीन्स 1,000 रुपया, थोड़ी फाड़ दो 3,000 रुपया, राइट? अब लॉजिकली हम सोचने बैठे अकाउंटेंसी के स्टूडेंट, तो शायद हम तो बोलेंगे कि यार इसको डेप्रिशिएट करना पड़ेगा, इम्पेयरमेंट सोचो, यहाँ तो वैल्यू बढ़ रही है. हम तो अचानक अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड 28 पे चले जाए. यहाँ तो वैल्यू बढ़ रही है. सो ये जो है थोड़े फटे फूटे जींस, ये उनको वैल्यू दे रहे हैं, हमें रियलाइज नहीं हो रहा है, और उनको तो वैल्यू दे रहे हैं. अरे मूड में 2 तो मैंने भी खरीद ली थी, फिर सोचा नहीं यार ये अपने को मुश्किल है. सो प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट गिव्स द वैल्यू, हाउ टू क्रिएट अ स्प्रेड. आप कैसे स्प्रेड क्रिएट करेंगे, राइट? जिससे इसमें एक इंपॉर्टेंट चीज होती है परसेप्शन, राइट? रजनी जी एक सिंपल एग्जांपल लेते हैं. कॉफी रास्ते पे भी मिलती है और कैफे कॉफी डे में भी मिलती है. वो ग्लास थोड़ा सा चेंज कर देते हैं ना, तो 10 की कॉफी 100 में मिलती है. नींबू का रस बड़ी होटल में जब ग्लास चेंज हो जाता था और उसके ऊपर एक कटा नींबू होता है, then it becomes mojito, 10 times of price. So परसेप्शन के ऊपर वर्क करना है. हम कॉमर्स वाले क्या करते हैं? वी कीप ऑन वर्किंग ऑन प्राइस एंड कॉस्ट, बट एवरी टाइम it's not only price and cost which should you work. This is 2D model. The 3D model is work on perception, and that is the future. That is the future. So I think these were some of the instances how innovation के quick example देखें तो अचानक एक गाना आता है, why did कोलावरी डी, मतलब समझ में आया कि नहीं आया, but it was innovative. लोगों ने तो गाया. रजनीकांत कैसे चलते, लॉजिक से तो नहीं समझ में आता कैसे चश्मे पहनते, लेकिन चलते बिकॉज ही वॉज इनोवेटिव. आजकल साउथ वाले सभी इनोवेटिव हो चुके हैं उसके पीछे पीछे, राइट? सो आई थिंक दीज आर सम ऑफ द पॉइंट्स व्हिच वन कैन कंसिडर. सम क्विक पॉइंट ऑन इनोवेशन इज ओनली 1% ऑफ आइडिया, 99% इज एग्जीक्यूशन. हम में से हर एक जन को लगता है मुझे बहुत आइडिया, बट इट इज एग्जीक्यूशन. बीइंग यूनिक इज ऑफ नो वैल्यू unless it creates value for your customers. Just that I am unique does not make any difference, right? There is always an unsatisfied market. There is always an unsatisfied market. If you can identify एक unsatisfied market है जो हमेशा होता है, right? That is called the blue ocean strategy. Blue ocean strategy, where one has to work on, right? I think these are some few points I quickly wanted to discuss. Rest of the points you might take up in question answer session, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Sir, as we say कि accountancy या finance ये ना एकदम non-creative area है. But after listening to your session, I'm reminded of the chief accounts of Coca-Cola way back 1886, जिसने वो Coca-Cola को calligraphy में लिखा. He was the accounts person, Frank Robbins, and I'm really reminded of him by listening to your lecture. And now we are students. Definitely, this is accountancy can be this creative. Okay, so finance can be this creative. Sir, we have couple of questions. Some of them are career related. One student has asked that you have so many degrees. Which one is your favorite, and which would you like in the field of commerce or accounts, which would you refer to students to pursue after their graduation?
So I'll tell you, the question is very difficult. Think about me as a Dhritarashtra with 100 sons. How can you say which one is favorite, right? So like that, I cannot say favorite, but I'll tell you one thing. My basic degree was CA, Chartered Accountancy. I was pursuing that very sincerely. While I was pursuing Chartered Accountancy, my articleship was over. By that time, BCom was also over. Along with articleship, I could not do anything else. So after my articleship was over, I felt that I'm very much interested in law. So I joined LLB. I was very much interested in management. So I joined MBA. I was very much interested in core finance. So I joined CF. I was very much interested in cost accounting, management accounts, so I joined CF. So first is, कौन सी सबसे important है ये नहीं कहा जा सकती, हर एक की अपनी अपनी relevance है. But my basic degree has been CA. My basic degree has been CA. तो मुझे वो बहुत पसंद है. After graduation, a person can select degree as per his choices. Some of my favorites are, number one, if you can go to some top B school for MBA, maybe you can go to Harvard, Stanford, UCLA, Anderson, or whatever, or maybe IIM Ahmedabad or Bangalore or whatever. There are many, many good colleges. So that is one of the options. Second is, if you are really inclined towards law, then law can also be a promising career, right? Thirdly, you may even think about going for UPSC. So there are many, many careers depending upon where you want to make a career, what is your family background, right? How do you look at yourself? Which part of the world you want to settle? I think some factors should account for what you should do. These are some of the ideas.
Okay, sir. Sir, one more. As a student, what should they look for? One of the student, he has asked what should we look at as a student for tomorrow, so that we can be prepared today. So as a student, maybe in field of accounts or commerce, he's asking.
So beautiful question. The simple answer is, मैं एकदम ही देसी भाषा में देता हूँ, purposeful, एकदम देसी भाषा. स्टूडेंट फ्रेंड एक ही बात समझ लो, ये रजनीश जी जो है ना, यहाँ पे सब ठीक है, मेरे बारे में अच्छे शायद बोल भी सकते. मैं अगर उनको बोलूँ ना 5 करोड़ रुपया फीस चाहिए, तो मेरा फोन उठाना बंद कर देंगे. ये मुझे 5 करोड़ कब देंगे पता है रजनीश जी? जब मेरी वजह से उनको 50 करोड़ का फायदा हो. तो स्टूडेंट फ्रेंड्स एक बात समझ लो, जब आप अपने क्लाइंट्स, अपने कस्टमर्स, आपके साथ जो लोग जुड़े हैं, उनकी लाइफ में वैल्यू क्रिएट कर पाओगे ना, तो दुनिया आपके पीछे भागेगी और आपको कंट्रीब्यूट करेगी. अगर आप वैल्यू क्रिएट नहीं करते ना, तो आप किसी काम के नहीं है. ये पर्सनल लाइफ में भी होता है, प्रोफेशनल लाइफ में भी होता है, ये हर जगह पे होता है. एक बात समझ लो, आप जब दूसरों की लाइफ में, सपोज एक बिजनेसमैन है जिनके लिए आप काम कर रहे हैं, तो आप उसकी वेल्थ कैसे बढ़ाएंगे, क्या स्ट्रेटेजी से बढ़ाएंगे, राइट? क्या अल्टरनेटिव इन्वेस्टमेंट होंगे, किस तरह से उसका रेवेन्यू बढ़ेगा, किस तरह से उसका कॉस्ट कटिंग होगा. जब आप बड़ी वैल्यू क्रिएट करेंगे किसी की लाइफ में, तब आप बड़ी अमाउंट लाएंगे. तो आपको अपने आप को उस तरह से प्रिपेयर करना है कि आप किसी की लाइफ में चेंज ला सके, आप किसी के बिजनेस में चेंज ला सके. इफ यू आर ओनली थियोरेटिकल और आपके पास सिर्फ एक डिग्री होगी, तो आप उतना वैल्यू एडिशन नहीं कर पाओगे. नेक्स्ट वन.
Prasade sir, any questions received at your end? Or
actually, basically no question, but one innovation which Thane Vikasa did, sir. Now I am candidly explaining to this thing. Way back in the year 2017, Thane Vikasa had planned a national conference, and for the students, I narrated this incident to all the students also. And we were getting a lot of registrations, but the number was not increasing to the extent which we needed actually. And then the then head, Swapnil, he was not in the managing committee at that time, but he thought, sir, abhi kya karna chahiye? Kya innovation karna chahiye ke number ko 2000 tak leke jane ka hai karke. So the innovation that he did was, he immediately contacted CA Chhaira sir and got his consent, and announced it in the group of the Vikasa student. CA Chhaira is going to come and address the students. Believe me, sir, on that simple announcement, CA Chhaira is going to come. जैसा बोलते हैं ना, शंकर के पिंडी में एक छोटा सा दूध का ये धार डाला तो वो पूरा ओवरफ्लो हो गया. वैसा ही वो एक खाली एक इंसिडेंट हो गया, and then the registration shot up and it was 2000. And sir, Gadkari Rangayatan was flowing with the students, and I just narrated this to all my students. At that time, the students felt that your lecture should not get over, and they wanted an extension. We had a very hard time to convince them, boss, there is a limitation, the speaker has to go. Then secondly, the hall is just available for that slot only. So we had a very hard time. But that was your influence, sir. And in order to get that particular registration, this Vikasa students, headed by Swapnil, did this small innovation. Ki CA Jai Chhaira is going to come and address the students. That was it. And it went on very nicely. Sir, on my personal account, I would just say that when I heard your lecture in 2017, I had a very lot of health issues. In that particular lecture, you told the students to have your life divided into different quadrants, some for your health, some for your profession, some for your academics, and all the other quadrants you said. And each quadrant should not interfere in the other areas. So I had a serious challenge of health, and you had narrated one incident that you never skip your gym. Suppose if you skip your gym on a particular day, the next day you make it double. So that is what had influenced me. I took that particular thing on my mind. Again, you became a role model, and I'm still following that. I said that when Jay sir has said this particular thing, we can practice this. I was a very lazy person. I never had that intention to exercise, or I had never had an intention to go for a walk and everything. Diabetic person. So I said, no, I will take this particular inspiration, and I will innovate myself, and I will start doing this thing. My friends over here know this, Professor Barse and everybody, how I was in those days, 2017. And I took up that particular challenge. I will walk for 10,000 steps. Sir, after that, believe me, if on a particular day, if I could not complete 10,000 steps, I used to make it a point that next day it was the deficit which was to be covered along with that 10,000 steps. This was some innovation. Sir, on the part of the students, I would like to ask you some questions. First of all, see, there is a perception in the minds of the students about our course. Means here I would like to take this opportunity to have a career counseling also among the students. Students feel that CA course is very tough, and CA course means the passing percentage is very less, or that sort of thing. No doubt, it is having a lot of professional value in the days to come, in the professional values which is there, but the course is very difficult. That is what is the perception of the students. So can you just highlight upon that, sir, the initiatives of our institute and all the other things? Means I always make it a point to tell the students about the initiatives of the institute, but being the Board of Studies chairman, can you just highlight some aspects of that?
Yogesh ji, it is a fact that CA course is a bit tougher than other courses.
Yes.
When I say other courses, I would not try to compare any courses, right? Each and every course is good. But yes, as a thumb, if you take the average, then toughness of CA is a little more than. But you have to understand one thing. It is a little tougher. It is not unachievable.
Yes.
Right? You cleared it. I cleared it. Madhuraji cleared it. Rajnishji cleared it. We are not Albert Einstein. We are very simple, ordinary people. Absolutely. Right? With only some limited, some commitment.
Yes.
With some commitment a person can do. Comparatively, it is a little tougher than other courses. The reason is that, I'll put it this simple way. If somebody is having a dumbbell of 1 kg, because you talked about gym, right? Just takes a 1 kilo dumbbell and does all these things. Does he develop it? No. Right? You require 10 kilo dumbbell, then you develop it better. So if the course is too diluted, then your human capability does not come out. Actually, the students are too intelligent. Only if you raise the standard, they will realize that they are up to this mark. Right? It is very much an achievable target. Right? You have to put in a little more efforts than some other course, but it is not too tough. It is very comprehensive. It covers number of areas. You will hardly find any course which has so many specialized subjects. So I think it's a boon. Rather than taking it as a tough, you should say it is a course with a higher standard.
Absolutely.
And one should put in efforts to go up to that standard.
And sir, as you rightly said, if the students are putting in efforts, even the commonest of the students can achieve this, sir. There are so many examples in our Thane also, when a student was scoring some lesser amount of percentage in graduation, but that student cleared CA in first attempt because of his dedication, efforts, hard work. Definitely,
sir, my three peons,
yes,
who have never gone to any English medium schools and are from slum area, they all are chartered accountants.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Simple.
Definitely. Rajneesh ji, would you like to?
Yes, sir. Just now, recently we have taken a mock interview session in Thane. And sir, Jai Chhaira, sir, I interviewed one CA student. He's PCC cleared in first attempt. And I asked him that since how many years you are working? So, I mean, because his resume was, 2-page resume. So he told me, sir, I was working as an office boy in a CA firm. So I could correlate to your example of peons becoming chartered accountants. That's really nice. And Board of Studies is also doing great. So our CA course as such, it is also evolving each and every year. I have also seen that MBA institutes were, quite prominent in between, with due respect to those institutes. But now, since our course has been evolving continuously, innovating, and there has been changes, rapid changes, considering the time of evolution in the entire world. So that way, our CA course is still one of the most reputed courses, not only in India but around the world, sir. And so, thank you so much, sir. I am always blessed to listen to you. And it has been, as Yogesh sir said, that Swapnil Kolte has thought about an innovation. So that innovation is there because you add value to the lives of the people who listen to you.
Yes.
So that value addition is there, as you said, rightly said, Jay sir, that we need to give value to our customers, and you are giving value addition to your listeners, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Once again.
Sir, I would just like to highlight to the students, when Sir took over as the chairman of Board of Studies, there are a lot of initiatives which Sir has taken. One is about our cloud computing, which has happened. And there are a lot of lectures which are offered to the students who are pursuing CA. There is no need of any student to attend any of the coaching classes. Our institute has taken a lot of initiatives on our ICI Tube channel, where all the lectures pertaining to intermediate, final, as well as foundation are available. And there are, sir, many students who have given the feedback that they have just listened to those lectures, they have gone through the study material, and they found the paper to be very much attemptable. So that was a wonderful initiatives which you have taken, sir.
Sir, we have one more question from student.
Yeah.
Sir, we have some of the chartered accountants who are pursuing something else, like Shekhar Kapoor, he's the director, or Mr. Piyush Goyal. So, sir, how is that even if having so much of a passion for acting or performing arts or artist as a painter, you chose CA, or how are you not there, or how do you balance both the things? I think she means to say, how do you balance both the things?
Well, see, first and foremost thing, very honestly, nature has already given abilities to all the human beings. All the human beings. In the good olden days in India, there was a concept that, I forgot the name of that lady, उसके बारे में हिंदी में कहा जाता था 64 कलाओं में निपुण, राइट? वो वैशाली उस टाइम पे बड़ी सिटी हुआ करती थी इंडिया की, और वहां पे वो फीमेल थी, 64 कला में निपुण. See, first and foremost thing is, this is only a misnomer. This is only a misnomer that if you are good with science, you might not be good with art. मैं एक बहुत अच्छी चीज बता रहा हूँ और हर स्टूडेंट इस बात को समझ ले. बहुत अच्छा है, मुझे ये बहुत पसंद आया था, स्कूल में मैंने कभी सुना था, और वो ये है कि अधरम मधुरम वदनम मधुरम, चलितम मधुरम, भ्रमितम मधुरम, मधुराधिपते अखिलम मधुरम. एकदम सरल भाषा में बताता हूँ कि अधर मधुर है, होठ मधुर है, राइट. चलितम मधुरम, चलते बहुत ही मधुर है. वलितम मधुरम, अदाएं बहुत मधुर है. यश्चिर मधुरा, सृष्टिर मधुरा, लकड़ी मधुर है मतलब कि फ्लूट मधुर है. जब फ्लूट बजाते तो सृष्टि मधुर है. मधुराधिपते अखिलम मधुरम मतलब कि मधुर अधिपति ही अखिलम मधुरम. अलग किया उसको संधि. मधुर चीजों के अधिपतियों का हर चीज मधुर है मतलब कि कृष्ण की हर चीज मधुर. अब मैं ये कहना चाहता हूं कि जब आप एक्सीलेंस को एम्ब्रेस करते लाइफ एक्सीलेंस, तो वो एक्सीलेंस आपकी स्पोर्ट्स में भी दिखेगी, आर्ट्स में भी दिखेगी, बिजनेस में भी दिखेगी, पर्सनल लाइफ में भी दिखेगी, राइट. अगर आप मीडियोक्रिसिटी एक्सेप्ट करते हैं तो फिर आपकी हर लाइफ में हर चीज. तो देयर इज नथिंग लाइक दैट. शेखर कपूर आपने एग्जांपल दिया, एक चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट जिसने मिस्टर इंडिया बनाया, जिसने बैंडिट क्विक बनाई. अभी लास्ट ईयर गुजरात में जिस मूवी को अवार्ड मिला, नेशनल अवार्ड, 3 चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स प्रोड्यूस्ड इट. 3 चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स. मुझे एक हैदराबाद के डायरेक्टर ने साइन किया, मैंने एक फिल्म में काम किया. सो व्हाट हैपेंस कि ये मिसनोमर है कि आप एक ही चीज कर सकते. आई वुड बी वेरी हैप्पी टू सी चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स प्लेइंग क्रिकेट, चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स इन डांस पार्टीज आल्सो, राइट. चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स हु आर गुड गिटारिस्ट. ये बिल्कुल पॉसिबल है. दिमाग में से अगर हम ये निकाल देना, हमने गलत चीज डाल के रखी है कि एक ही चीज हो सकती है, इसलिए हम वो दूसरी चीज पे कोशिश ही नहीं करते. आई थिंक दैट वुड बी द आंसर.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So, sir, with your permission, wind up kare. So, shall we proceed further? Prasade, sir. So,
See again.
yes, sir. मैं बोलने वाली थी कि I request Prasade, sir, to give the formal vote of thanks and conclude the session.
Again, sir, I will be very candid. ये सेशन कभी खत्म ही नहीं हो ऐसा सबकी इच्छा थी. Everybody feels that this session should go on, and really it was very much inspirational on your part, sir. And whenever your sessions are there, I make it a point to leave us aside all the works and ensure that I attend those sessions right from the beginning till the end. Sir, that is an awe for you, sir. I cannot put it in words. But again, as a formal vote of thanks, I would like to place on record, sir, the most lucid manner in which you had explained this entire concept of innovation. I think we have all digested that. I can again put it in this words, that this technique itself is an innovative technique to ensure that the students understand the concepts very nicely. And if we do not innovate, sir, I was telling the students in the class also, that as a teacher also we innovate, as a students also you are expected to innovate in all walks of life. If a teacher does not innovate, sir, I had visited one class virtually, and the professor over there, when I was giving the introduction, CA Chhaira is going to come to our college and he's going to guide the students. When I was telling this particular concept, the teacher immediately opened your LinkedIn profile and she started showing that to the students. This is what it is actually. It is said that seeing is believing. See, even if I would have given 100 good thoughts for that, when the students saw it on the screen, that these are the qualification, Board of Studies chairman, then secondly, a very eminent speaker, a voracious speaker. When they saw that on the screen, they immediately realized the importance of that particular lecture. And that was something which was an innovation on the part of the teacher also, to immediately tell the students. As the students also, there were many students who said, sir, it's such a precious lecture, why don't we have it on a YouTube channel? So that will be a permanent record in our library. So we had that also in place. And sir, under your guidance, our accountancy department is going to build a series of library of such lectures. We will definitely request you to guide us in this particular aspects as to what are the different lectures which we should conduct for the benefit of the students, which will make them job competitive. So because it's survival of the fittest, only those students who are going to be equipped with the knowledge are going to survive in this entire journey of their life actually. And who else can be the better person than you, sir, to guide them? So on behalf of our accountancy department, on behalf of Joshi Bedekar College, sir, I warmly extend my vote of thanks. In spite of your busy schedule, you made it a point to come to our college and explain the things in a very lucid manner. This will be cherished for a long time by our college, sir. So thank you very much for being a part of this. CA Rajneesh, as usual, my very good friend, my dear friend. He has always, whenever I used to turn to him, he willingly consented, yes, we'll make it a joint event. We'll make it an event of Thane Vikasa with Joshi Bedekar College. So thank you, Rajneesh ji, for being a part of this entire journey. How can I forget our chairman of Vidya Prasarak Mandal? Sir, he is a thorough academician, sir. He has always stood by all of us in all the thick and thin. Whenever we had approached him, he has always consented. Yes, you go ahead. Never ever this thing. He has, sir, when we had an international conference in our college, and thanks to all the dignitaries of our institute, it became a super success, sir. Means Vice President Nihar Jambusaria had been over there, and there were a lot of learned speakers from WRC. Murtuza Kachwala was there, and there were a lot of speakers who came over here. Our chairman sat throughout the day, sir. Throughout the day from 9:30 onwards till 5:30, till the international conference got over. And he really appreciated the efficiency with which the things are managed by chartered accountants. He put it on record that the professional activities, if it is to be conducted, it is the chartered accountants who do this. So it was a feather in the cap for our profession, sir. So he also himself is a thorough academician. But unfortunately, due to some reason, he could not make it to this particular lecture. But he conveyed his regards. He said that please convey to the speaker that I very well am with you and intend to be a part of this entire journey. Our principal madam, she always consents to whatever programs the accountancy department arranges. Due to some reason, she could not make it to the program. But yes, I would like to put on record sincere thanks to principal madam also. Then all the vice principals who made it to this particular program, they were part of this entire journey. Means again, whenever any events are to be organized, they make it a point to help us in right from pin to pillar as far as the planning is concerned and as far as the execution is concerned. Then my dear friend Narayan Barse, our librarian, sir, he's a pool of knowledge. So we are having a lot of databases at our college. And all those databases are very useful for the researchers, for the students, and for the CA this thing. Our chairman had expressed his intention that our library can be used for CA purpose also. So with your kind permission, we would like to have that type of facility for CA students in our college also. Our chairman has expressed his willingness to have this particular library in our college. So Narayan Barse, sir, thank you very much. Then my entire department who stood by this entire event, I would name one by one: Nitin Vadvinde sir, Atul Raut sir, then Madhura Joshi madam, who was the entire backbone of this event. She planned this event. She executed this. She was the host of this event also. Then CS Surendra Nadar, our young recruitee sir. He is too good in all the technical aspects. He helped us in this technical arena. So thank you, Surinder, also. Actually, I should be, it's our event, but still they have put in a lot of efforts. So I would like to thank them also. Dipti madam, how can I forget her? She was also instrumental in doing all those activities. So thank you, Dipti madam, also. Then all the teachers, all the HODs, all the coordinators who attended this event and made this a super success. Thank you all for being a part of this entire journey. And with this, I would hand over the mic to Madhura.
Yes, thank you so much, sir. Thank you. And how can we forget Yogesh Prasade, sir, who was the backbone in getting all of us together. It's really a big challenge to weave the entire, the shawl with different threads and colors and make it a vibrant event. So thank you so much, Prasade sir. And I think the key takeaway from this entire lecture is maybe जो मैंने लिया और शायद हमारे students ने भी वही लिया है कि जो समय के साथ चला वही आगे बढ़ा. शायद on this key takeaway we will conclude our today's lecture by Pasaidan, and Dipti madam, you can begin the Pasaidan, after which the event ends. Thank you so much. Dipti madam. Surendra sir, are you there? Surendra sir? Surendra sir, can you play Pasaidan? Dipti madam? I think we have lost Dipti madam's connection, but Surendra sir, you can, Dipti madam, are you there? You can end the event with Pasaidan. I think the host has muted everyone. Host Mahesh Dudbate sir, please unmute the host members.
He has not muted everyone, madam. I could unmute
Yes,
myself.
I can see, but then yes. Okay, I'll just check. Dipti madam or Surender sir, we have a backup. Surender sir, can you please?
I think Dipti has been unmuted.
I'm unable to share my screen.
You're the host, Dipti, I think.
Yes, sir, but I'm unable to share my screen.
Okay. Mahesh and Surinder. Surinder is. Hello, Mahesh.
Should I play Pasaidan, Dipti? We are not able to hear your voice. We are not able to hear.
Madhura, you can play them.
Okay, sir. पुरुषाचे चंद्रमेधे लांछन मार्तंड सीता पहिना ते सर्वाही सदा सज्जन सोय रे हो तू किं बहुना सर्वसुखी पूर्ण होनीति हे लोकी भजिजो आदि पुरुखी अखंडित आणि ग्रंथोपजीविये विशेषी लोकीये दृष्टा दृष्ट विजये होवावे जी येथ म्हणी श्री विश्वेश्वराव आहोईल दान पसारो येणे वरे ज्ञान देवो सुखिया झाला. Yes, so on this note, we mark the end of this today's session.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Yes.